Welcome to my channel.
Wife 33F said she cheated on me 30M because I'm ugly and short. Story 1-2. I blocked her and loved the closure it's brought me. We were each at our respective homes. It was summer during college. She told me, independently, out of the blue, on the phone. I was so naive, I was completely blindsided. She was my first real love, and my first lover. I was a 20-year-old junior. We had been dating 2 years and I was ready to get married. She had slept with 5 guys before we met. That number was 10 when she told me. One of whom was a fraternity brother of mine. It took me years to recover. I forgave her, followed her when she moved, thought we would eventually reconcile and I'd go back to the life I had dreamed of before I got hit with the bomb check. To fully recover, it even took a while into my next serious relationship. With the girl I eventually married. But she and I never really closed things. I recently reconnected with her thanks to the curse of Facebook, and she promptly told me I was the one that got away, that her actions with me were her biggest regret. And a few chats later she openly stated that she wanted to cheat on her husband with me. She had subsequently and coincidentally moved about 30 meters from where I currently live. To be honest, the idea of being on the non-clouded side of that equation with the same person was fairly cathartic, and the thought of it even 19 years later boosted my confidence. But, I'm not a cheater, I never was the kind of person who could cheat, and being cheated on cemented my opinion that I would never, ever do that to another person. I'll never be a cheater, and I love my wife completely and without qualification. I blocked her and loved the closure it's brought me. And what my wife brought me was an understanding of what love really is, far beyond anything an 18-year-old kid could comprehend. I have zero fear of being cheated on again, because no matter what storms may come our way, what the love of my life and I have goes well beyond anything that could result in infidelity. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, I figured it out. I saw I put 2 and 2 together. He made it obvious and his stinking family added on the rest. The end. Story 2-2, kind of through Amazon Prime. We had gone to his parents' house out of town for the weekend with his friend and his friend's girlfriend. We were in bed watching some late night TV on Amazon Prime and had forgotten the Fire Stick remote back in London. But luckily we found out we could use an app in place of the remote, which we downloaded on his phone. So, he fell asleep before me and I wanted to turn off the TV. I got his phone from his side of the bed to access the app. I didn't have his passcode, so I used his fingerprint to unlock his iPhone. I did that penetration click thing on his iPhone, and whilst doing that I saw some messages that seemed suspicious, from numbers that weren't saved on his phone. I wasn't one to invade his privacy, but some weeks before, as I was using his phone for something else whilst he was asleep, I saw that he was using Tinder. But I kind of let that go because we had spoken about using Tinder to find someone for a threesome. However, at the time I thought we had agreed not to pursue that anymore. This time though, I just felt that I should look through the messages. There were tons of messages from unsaved numbers and I went through all of them. Until I found a thread between he and the girl he'd slept with. I read the messages, including all the details of how she had a pornstar PC that needed more action and how he told her he couldn't come see her one night because he had to go visit a friend, his girlfriend. Needless to say, I broke up with him. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, good for you. I did the same thing 2 months ago, found him back in the site where we met and by accident I plug his phone because he told me unfortunately the message popped out. It said Miss Beautifully Silly and you agree to meet each other. Broken me into pieces. I went home to my country because my father died. Being the eldest I have to be there and face reality. When I came back to USA I saw him for 2 weeks, then I gave him the surprise I didn't come back again. No closure for him. Teach people a lesson that no one is really dumb to be always told every single morning to me, telling me dream of us. Liars and cheaters are always be a cheater and liars. Redditor 2, hey. I read a message that said I can't believe I'm not even home 5 minutes and I'm sending you PC pics. Yeah. Home from our family vacation with our kids. Nice, eh?
Thank you for watching. Comment what do you think about this situation. Don't forget to like and subscribe.